The House is just going back into session now. There have been concessions made to the holdout votes of the 20 who have been voting against Kevin McCarthy, because there's been a lot of questions about, all 20 don't have the same reasons why. You got like 4 who say they never want Kevin McCarthy. He could survive if those 4 were the only no votes. What he can't survive is if there's 5 people like that.
Right.
Then there's a group who wanted changes to the Rules Committee, changes to a motion to vacate, which is to remove the Speaker of the House.
So he's given up. I mean, we've got our ACLJ action team in Washington put together kind of the main points he's given up. He lowers from 5 to 1 the number of members required for a motion to vacate. That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's the ability to remove the Speaker of the House. So one can force the vote.
Allow floor votes.
50%.
To allow floor votes to institute term limits on members and to enact specific border policy legislation. He also hit the Rules Committee seats 2 Freedom Caucus members and perhaps a 3rd conservative on a non-House Freedom Caucus member.
We don't necessarily, they like mention Thomas Massey as one.
Yep.
Those are people that have been negotiated for those 2. Those 2 members are specific people. So that's, giving up specific.
And they want standalone votes on each of the 12 annual appropriations bills. I don't think these are bad things. I mean, the one dropping it down to 1 could create some chaos on the removal.
But what they're really doing is holding the American people hostage. It harms us. We need them to get about the business that they were elected to do, which is talking about securing the border, talking about going after COVID and China connections. Those are the things that we want to know. Weaponizing the federal government against conservatives. Those are the things that we want them to get done.
And then what he has to be concerned about right now,
yes,
is you make too many concessions to this group of 20.
The conservatives on your
that
party.
were moderates.
Yeah.
And still, pretty conservative folks.
Yeah, they are.
But not part of this group of 20 start saying, you know what? You're giving away everything to this group of
they call them rebels.
Rebels, yeah, whatever you want to say. And what are we going to get returned for supporting you?
Right.
This whole time. Nothing. Yeah. So I think
it's a difficult. I think
I don't know how much more he can do.
I don't think there is any more he can do. I don't know what else he could give up, because at that point you're not functioning as a government.
On paper, it's a pretty united party when it comes to policy issues, big policy issues. I don't know how many Americans care about the Rules Committee. It's very important.
Yep.
To how legislation moves forward, but like try to selling that to average folks, it's like, okay, why are you not moving forward as a to Congress? But these are all things that could have been worked out before. So I agree with you there on that point. This was a little bit of his own doing.
Yep.
Because he wasn't working the group that he needed to work, which was the whole. You could predict who these holdouts were going to be.
100%.